Welcome to this video about the page design for the new community of practice. We are busy building a new information portal in which we want to give you some information about, amongst others, on equipment. Um, so we designed a few pages on how we want to edit and convey information to our users. So in this video, I want to show you different options, and then I would like you to maybe fill in a poll and give some feedback on which option you think is the most best, take into consideration that the usability, the user friendliness for both the end user as the back officer. So the first option is this one. Here we made an application that connects the SharePoint page straight to the Unidata database. So if you load a page, so depending on the code of the equipment, it will just load the data from all the data from Unidata, and that's it. So that's the technical data sheet from Unidata, and you can just easily switch the language between French and English. And then at the side, you will see some videos that we can add, and also automatically generated list of protocols and manuals that we retrieve from our document library, and from which you can also select the language. So that's the first option, but it's mainly about this, the direct link with Unidata, which is very easy to maintain because we don't have to edit anything ourselves, but then we can also not make any modifications. So that's the first option of creating a product information page. The second option is to use a simple text editor. So that's here online. You can just press edit here if you have administrator rights and start editing this text, and you can copy paste some pictures. So with this option we can copy paste the data from Unidata, but then we can also add some of our own images that will, for example, we can give a bit of extra explanation on how equipment works, so people have a bit of more conceptual understanding than only the technical data. So the good thing about this option is that it's easy to edit, but still you have to put a bit of work. You have to copy paste some text, and you have to maybe add some of your own text, look for some nice images. The disadvantage is that it's maybe for the user it's a lot to read, and maybe it's a bit like overwhelming to see all this information in one page, and if you're not so good in English, that can be a bit like scary. So there's a third option, and then we use Microsoft Sway, and this looks like this. So basically we going to put all our Unidata text in a Microsoft program. It's something in between Word and PowerPoint, because you actually cannot do very much. You just put pictures, text, and titles. So title, text, picture, text, picture. And then the program itself will take care of all the formatting and put it on the website in such a nice way that it's very nice to view. And when you then open it on the website, you can just scroll through it from top to bottom. You see the images will come nicely in. You can even zoom into an image, so that will be very user friendly. But also the thing is, you can quickly navigate to a certain topic. So I can press a button that gives me the index, and I can say, like, I want to see the user's instructions, and it will bring me straight to the user's instructions. And what I also can do as a user is I can click an option. If I go to the home page, that will bring it into presentation mode, so I can see if I want to scroll it, but I can also make it like see it on my iPad, and then I can, for example, I can scroll it horizontally, so it will change the layout to be optimized for view on an iPad. And then the other thing you can do is to view it as a presentation. So because all the formatting is done behind the scene, you only have to think about text and images. We can, for example, play it full screen, and then we have a presentation that we can use for like a training. So we can see the oxygen concentrator, and I can just walk through all the instructions and all the information, and it will just format it as a presentation. So in this way, I can use the same information as a text to read through on the website or on an iPad, but I can also use it to give a explanation in the field when I do a training, for example, on the equipment. So this is the options we have. Um, so for me, the Sway is the best option because I think it's very simple to use. It's actually much more simple than Word with all the many buttons. You can see this. You can only like make it bold. You can put some text, some bullet points, and that's it. And then the website will take care of presenting this information. And I think the good thing of this is that there is like an index so you can very quickly scroll to. For example, you want to have information on spare parts, and it will give you like if I go to like scrolling text, it will give my the information on spare parts. So by having this navigation opportunity, by going to full screen and by also being able to change my layout, I can use it for different purposes, and it's very easy to navigate. Of course, this is a bit of like a modern solution, but I really like it myself because I think it's for the future. It makes things a lot easier. And then I'll show you the Sway app is really easy to use. For example, if I want to add a chapter, I say, for example, I want to add a chapter on a disposal of equipment. Just make an image that I get from the MSF library, and I add some text. And the text I get, for example, from a document, so I just copy paste it. Yep. And that's it. So now I can, I don't even have to save it. I can just reload the page, and it will show you that so now we loaded the page again, and we can now quickly go. We see that in our index, we will have an exit chapter on a disposal of equipment, and it'll be here nicely formatted in our website. So that's super easy. So I think for me, I really like this solution because it's very easy to navigate information, and it doesn't just put a lot of information in one time on the screen, which is I think the design flaw of our previous solutions. Okay, but yeah, that's my opinion. So I would like to ask you which of these three options, like the simple text option, the Unidata option, or the Sway option, has your preference as a way to develop this the equipment information pages. So if you would like to fill in the poll, I will be very grateful. Thank you. Oh yeah, guys, I forgot to tell you something about Sway. Actually, you don't even need to be on your computer to access or update information when we use Sway. There's actually app you can use on the phone. It's called Sway, and this app lets you access all the information directly on your phone. So you can just scroll through the information. You can edit the information on your phone, and then live it will be updated on the our information sharing platform. So I think when you have a boring moment in the airport and you want to feel useful or something, Then you can even try to just add some explanation about the product on your cell phone, and then the whole world will be happy for it. So that's also like a possibility that we have at Sway. So that's quite cool, no? Okay.